Hey guys, well I've just stripped the still down and I'm siphoning from the 50 litre demi. You can see I've got it coming in here. I'm hoping to have a little bit of free space at the top to add a fair bit of water. I'm thinking I probably will have enough room. Look, I'm guessing I've got about 25 litres of stripped wash out of that. I haven't checked the ABV yet, but I'll do that in a minute. Okay, I use a turkey baster for a lot of stuff. I sanitize it if it's in the ferment side. But I haven't fermented it to fill my test tube up. I'm getting, let's see if I can get that. It's not focusing, is it? No, I'm getting 30% ABV at the moment, so it's a little bit lower than what I was expecting. I was hoping for about 35, but that's still good. I don't know if you can see in there, but it's a little bit cloudy in there. There's a lot of oils on top, which I'm hoping to strip out of it on this run. Alright guys, I've just cleaned up everything. I'm running 3 plates. I've just got no plate in the bottom window, just to give it a little bit of column height away from the boiler. I've got a thermometer on top of the keg. I've got a thermometer in the bottom of the keg. I'm running 2 elements. You can see the temperature box there, the monitor. I'm having trouble with this deflagrator one. For some reason I can't adjust the settings between litres per hour or how much water I'm actually using, so I've swapped the hoses over. The shotgun here will actually be the deflagrator, and I can just go off site with that one to see how much water's coming out. Yeah, set up all my glasses, ready to take some 4s. I already took 4s out of all the stripping, but I'm going to take a bit of 4s anyway, just in case I've left any in there. And I haven't calculated my volume yet. All the hoses and that look all a little bit messy and higgledy-piggledy, but it's just the way it's got to be in this room, really. Yeah, just I can't set up a proper manifold or whatever. But yeah, everything's set up. 3 plates. I added 20 litres of water to 25 litres of 30% wash. And yeah, I'm hoping that I get at least some of this peat reek taste over. But I'll have to wait and see in 2 years, I guess, when it's ready to drink. Yeah, got a whole heap of glasses there ready to go, all numbered, so I know my cuts, so I don't lose my cuts. I'm going to be working on my condenser there while I'm doing this spirit run. Alright, I've just started taken about half a jar of heads there. I've got a small amount of granulated carbon in there, a little filter, just to pick up any flecks if possible. And I'm pulling 90 at the moment. I'm driving it pretty hard. I've got 16 amps there. I've got vapor temp 76.6, so once I do my heads, I'm going to actually close the deflagrator a little bit and try and get a little bit of heat out of it. You see there I've got from the deflagrator 1 litre per minute. So obviously the shotgun's 35. Yeah, so smells good. Yeah, I'm going to do pretty tight cuts on this whole run. I believe I'm supposed to collect from 85 down to 65 as hearts. So, but obviously we'll see how that goes as far as flavour and smell before I make a call on what I should be keeping and what I shouldn't be. Alright guys, this is my first collected jar after the heads. I'm getting, say, 89%, and I'm just really excited about this jar. The smell coming off as peat is incredible. I think I've really hit something here, but it is still a bit high on the ABV. But as I said, I'll just keep I'll air them out and then see how we go from there. But oh man, the smoky, peaty flavour has really come over on that peat rick. Yeah, it's what I was expecting, but not as good as what I was well, actually better than what I was expecting, I should say. So yeah, we'll see how we go for the next couple of jars. Alright guys, just to give you a rundown on the peat rick whiskey, extract whiskey. I've got two jars of heads, two smaller jars in my first set of cuts, which I always do. And then, it might be hard to see the levels on these, but that one's there. That one's there. I've been going to the top of the jar on these, or at least close to the top. This one here, I brought it down a little bit. I've got ABVs written on them as well, so at 88 on that one, 87 on that one, 86. Oh, that's empty, that jar. But this one here is jar number 7, and I'm getting 84% on the hydrometer there. If you want to have a look here at my stats, still pulling 1 litre a minute through the deflagmator. Vapor temp above the deflagmator is 79, slowly going up now, so I'm just going to start pushing a little bit more water through the deflagmator by just opening this valve. I'll go quarter turn, and I'll close the valve to the shotgun just a little bit. I'll make it 1 degree through the 1.1 through the deflagmator. A little bit of an adjustment on the shotgun, and there you go, a little bit more on the deflagmator. So I've sort of shared the pressure from the shotgun to the deflagmator a little bit, which I normally do. And the top one, as I said earlier, I'm getting 66. I've had 66 litres of water go through the shotgun since we started, since the plate started bubbling actually. So I can't tell you the time on that because I'm filming with the phone, but in the next couple of minutes I'm going to have to start bumping up the water pressure a little bit on the deflagmator, because that vapor temp's rising slowly. See, it's coming up there. So I'm just going to open the deflagmator a little bit more. Got 1.1. Got 1.2 there. Just trying to balance it out a little bit. I'll close the shotgun a little bit, get a little bit more pressure to the deflagmator. Right. A little bit more. Okay, just going on what everyone's told me, this is my first jar of 85%. So, with this run so far, there's a fair bit of liquid before 85. So, everything now is supposedly going to be hearts. Now, I'm pulling 83% at the hydrometer. So, but I'm pretty sure these two jars here and this one had that real strong peat rick smell in it. So I may have to add them, or at least add back to this one here to get some of that peat flavour over. Nothing's gospel here. I'm obviously going to let them air out, but it's just interesting to see how much liquid comes before the 85% with the 3 plates. Now, 3 of my, well, obviously this one hasn't got a plate in it, but the 2 plates above that are fogging slightly. So there is a little bit of water coming up through there, but I've adjusted the deflagmator temperature to knock that back down. You see here I've got my 1.2 going through the deflagmator, 1.2 litres per minute, and 79.4 just above the deflagmator. So yeah, everything at this stage is going quite good. It's just been driving itself really. The only thing I do is once I've got my water flows set, I generally drive the dash with the power to the speed that I want to push out product. I've got my voltage controller down here for the guys that haven't seen one before. It's a Hillbilly Stihl one. It works really well, but I tell you what, it cost me an arm and a leg. So I could have nearly bought the Stihl Dash 2 for the price that they charged me for that voltage controller. I have had a few problems with this, the fitting down here. The way they've designed this, the seal inside here, actually broke away the first time I used it, so I had to manufacture my own silicon O-ring from actually one of these silicon bungs. I see the diameter there is the right size, fortunately, for the seal I needed in the element guard there, and I just used a Stanley and trimmed a decent size washer, silicon washer out of it. So that if you can get a hold of one of these, they're pretty handy for washers. You know, you can manufacture your own size and diameter. So I might actually, I'm not too sure what I'm going to do here, but the ABV is just slowly going down, so I'm just going to keep letting it sit like that. I'm pretty happy with how everything's going. There's been no major temperature ramps or anything that you know, gets me rushing around trying to fix stuff. So yeah, I'll just keep an eye on that vapor temp. I don't want it to go up too much, otherwise it's going to drive up water through the deflagmator and into the product condenser. So yeah, I'll just keep you posted, and everything's going well. If I can't use any of this due to cuts, I'm going to be a little bit disappointed, because I'm only at A5 now. This wash cost me $280 for 25 kilos of liquid light malt extract. So, and that, if that's my first drinkable jar, I'm going to be a little bit disappointed with the outcome. But all these actually smell really good, except probably for these two. I'll let them air out. Obviously I'm going to have to eliminate the heads section of this cut, but if I can combine all this to be around the 85% mark, we'll see how that goes. But you never know, I might end up filling up all these jars as well before I get down to 60 ABV, which is more than likely. Just looking how this is going at the moment. Yeah, I've just been using this unbleached coffee filter with a little bit of granulated activated carbon in there, just as a precautionary. That shouldn't affect any flavours. And you can see there I'm getting 83 at the hydrometer at the moment. So yeah, I'll let his Hi guys, just a quick note here. This one, this is a full jar. This one came in at 83%. And just having a smell of it, it's quite sweet. Very little headsy note to it at all. But yeah, this is my first run doing whiskey, but that one sort of comes in as almost like a neutral grain sort of flavour. But yeah, almost like you could drink it straight out of the jar, where the other ones are quite strong and quite hot. So this is jar number 9, and this is coming in at 80. Let's have a look here. 82. Just as it comes off the parrot into the jar, it's quite tailsy. But this one was the same. Just let it sit for a couple of minutes, and all that sort of tailsy, those tailsy notes that you pick up seem to have disappeared. So pretty interesting. Hey guys, this is jar number 13. Now I compressed for about 10 minutes. Compressed the rest of the product to the top of the thing. It's all sort of coming to the end of the run now. You can see my vapor temp's 92.3, 1.6 litres per minute going through the deflagmator. I'm pulling 48% there. And I've just had a quick taste of it. Now, to taste, I just use a small spoon, and I've got a little plastic syringe here with 1mm increments on it. I just add the water to it to dilute it down. So far, from 85, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so maybe about 7 litres of 85 to 65. I went down to 59 on that cut, and then I'll start on jar 12 and 13. So maybe 7 litres of, I reckon, average about 65, 70 ABV. But no, I haven't had any bad tastes so far. Now, the number 13 jar is actually quite floral. It's got quite a nice flavour to it. Not tailsy at all, but very light. Very subtle notes coming over there. You can see here, these two, you might not be able to see, but these two, this one here and this one here have been foggy for pretty well most of the run, and my top side glass has been clear the whole time. It's doing a lot of the work collecting the stuff that I'm actually drawing off from the deflagmator. So what am I getting? Yeah, probably down to nearly 40 now, so I'm going to swap this jar out, and the rest will be faints, I would say, but I'll still do pretty tight cuts, because apparently you can go quite deep into the tail, so we'll see how we go. Okay guys, it's the next day. Just went through the cuts a little bit. I sort of started at 86 and went to 85. 85 is the jar I'm going to be starting to keep. Everything forward of that is more than likely heads at this stage. Yeah, I'm going to go through these a little bit and just grade them out and see what I should be expecting as far as volume. I'm going to let this breathe for a couple of days, but just to get a good idea of what volumes I'm going to end up with and what percentages we might be able to calculate, and see how well we went and what taste we're going to expect from it all. Sadi suggested getting a burner for his charring his wood. I got this one here. It just screws off the top of the aerosol can. It's about $30 or something. Worked really well. I had my oak charred in no time. So that's kind of handy. I used the barbecue last time, and that seems to use a fair bit of gas for what it is. So yeah, I'll get back once I know where we're looking as far as cuts go. Alright, just quite simply, I've gone through, sort of had a bit of a smell from each one. I can clearly tell that the last two jars are tails, so I'm just combining those two. You can actually see the cloudiness in the jar. That's clearly tails, but I mean the smell is definitely tails. So we'll just put them two jars to the side, and then just working back through the jars, I want to hopefully get some distinct smoke flavour from these tails, or at least some sort of fruitiness. So I'm looking at splitting the jars up.